Hey guys, Rhett here, Section 8 guy. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Got a lot of really cool things coming at you. So guys, in today's video, I want to talk to you a little bit about Section 8 in the 21st century, okay? And what that means. I get a lot of phone calls and emails about, what Section 8 is, as far as what kind of asset is it. And I tell people it's unlike any other real estate investment I know. It's unlike the majority of other assets I've ever heard of, because it is so rock solid. And people ask me all the time, Rhett, what's the downside? And I'm honest that I say, when I know, I'll let you know. When I find out, I'll let you know. Before I got into Section 8 years ago, before I do anything, the first thing I do is my due diligence. And we talk about that all the time on the channel, doing your research up front. And when I was doing my research, I wanted to make sure that I was educated before I made the first leap into Section 8. And the way that my brain works, the way that I invest is I try and figure out the worst case scenario. In the worst case scenario, how much money will I lose? And in this, I had a really hard time finding a worst case scenario and how I could lose money when a large portion of my monthly rent was guaranteed by the US government. So I said, you know what? I can't find enough risks that are great enough for me to steer clear of this investment. So I dove in, right? And years later, I look back and I see kind of what my Section 8 portfolios have gone through. And there's just nothing that has performed better through uncertainty than Section 8. And let me explain that to you. So in the prior administration, we went through a government shutdown, as many of you remember. So government jobs, government budgets immediately ceased to exist, as you all recall, right? People weren't getting paychecks. It was a nightmare. Now, how does Section 8 perform in that? Well, during a government shutdown, which I learned very quickly into it, the US government puts away billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars to make sure that Section 8 landlords get paid during a government shutdown. How about that? So during a government shutdown, regardless of how long it was, I received my rent payments every single month. Okay? Nothing changed. In 2020, need I say what happened? Okay? In March of 2020, we entered a mini recession based on the looming global pandemic, okay? During the global pandemic, at the beginning of the coronavirus, as you guys recall, the stock market plummeted 40% in March, okay? I kept getting paid. Global pandemic, mini recession. Not only did I continue to get paid every single month, but the value of my portfolio kept going like this, because people realized that in a time of crazy uncertainty with COVID, right? Governors of states introduced rent moratoriums, which are landlords' worst nightmares, okay? And I've told people this recently. I have friends of mine who have large, high net worth, high luxury rentals. They have a lot of median income rentals, and a lot of them couldn't get paid. These people had millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of property, so they had huge mortgages every month, and they couldn't pay them. So there were so many people, so many real estate investors who were looking to diversify their real estate portfolio and get into something that was unbelievably strong, that had a great foundation. And what was that? It was Section 8, because the government pays. No matter what is going on, the government pays. And what's a better checklist than this? What else can you say stood up against all this and continued to gain value through all of this? And I'm not talking about now, I'm saying during and now. Section 8 and government subsidized housing is just going like this. And no matter what kind of road bumps there are along the way, it has shown that literally, guys, in the last 4 years, if it can survive these three things, what can it not survive? The US government has shown that it's a priority. And if you guys have been on the channel, you understand also that it is a necessity. Okay? Like we talk about, as that wealth gap grows and as inflation continues to hit us, the need for affordable housing is going to be higher than ever before in our history. So be on the right side of that. It's still early. It's still early. Find me another investment that survived all this stuff and prospered while it was happening. During the global pandemic, my Section 8 portfolio was doing this, not even this, because it was an instant hedge, okay? It was an instant diversification. It was tried and true and backed by Uncle Sam. And that's about as good as you can get. All right, guys? So, hey, leave your questions and comments below. I look forward to hearing them and answering every single one of them. We'll see you next time.